time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the USC Trojans, taking on last year's national champions, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Trojans will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds his tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stopped him just a bit short.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Caught over the middle. It's Hardy.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. From the shotgun, the inside give. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
The offense fortunate to still have the ball, but also facing a big third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds the big tight end. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Eighth play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. Might be calling a hot route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Ready to fire from the pistol. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him.
And I kind of like how the running back did. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Whitaker. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You want to give this guy a chance to get some yards after the catch, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, give the defense credit. You saw their speed rallying to the football on the perimeter.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Whitaker. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Got his man on the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? And the Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. The give to the back.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. From From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. He lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the play.
As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it's caught. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Got his man quickly. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So he'll help the completion percentage, but not the yardage. Stop for no gain.
And he got it to his running back, obviously making a good decision, but nice tackle on the play. Way to get the running back on the ground and not give the extra yards after the catch.
They're dealing with a second and long. Just keep slinging it. It's on target and complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short.
Hey guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a third and short. He wants to change this route. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown, Bulldog! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Using his feet. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. Makes the grab right down the middle. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Looking to fire. Dances away to buy time. Trying to hook up on the sideline, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Trojans in the hurry up. From the red zone, looking for a man. Floats it out in space. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. The Trojans have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
Great job at containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. On the move. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. This defense has given up ground but stood tall at the end. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt. return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quick handoff. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Got his man to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. That's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. A designed run for the quarterback. Breaks into the open. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
Well, you wonder how this guy is so dynamic. It's because of his speed. You simply can't coach that. You saw it on that last carry.
And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Quickly complete. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Barrels ahead. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll test the right side. And he takes this one back to the line of scrimmage, a rather anticlimactic end to the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And the Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. The quick out. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Trojans want to crank the tempo. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds his big tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
To the air, it's Kamara. Makes the catch.
That's a really nice route there by the slot receiver on the slant. He took his time, he set up the DB, put his foot in the ground, crossed his face.
And the Trojans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, running back on the move. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Looking to throw on first down. Back open in the middle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Trojans in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Bringing it back. At the 20. Touchdown, Mississippi State. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
This is a defense that prides themselves on getting turnovers, and it starts with the pass rush. It was the hit on the quarterback that forced the throw to not be as accurate as the QB would have liked. Nice job in the back end, securing the interception, and then taking it the distance.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still.
Makes the grab on the big throw. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Man, what a sweet dime that last pass was. The Trojans always seem to have a quarterback who can make you pay in the secondary.
And it's always a big, strong-arm guy that throws the ball the yard, that's just good-looking. I mean, just all the things that most people aren't, but that they want to root for and cheer for, because they always find that guy at that position that does great things.
Turning it on! He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead.
Finding open areas. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, USC. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Here comes the two-point try. Zings it complete to the right. He's going to be stopped short as they come up empty on the two-point try. They were hoping to get this game to within a field goal, but the lead stays at 5. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
The offense changing the play. To the air on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Going over the top. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it. On
3rd and long. He's going to have to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Kamara. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. Best uniforms in the sport, and a play is made befitting of those threads.
Well, this is not the format to have a debate back and forth. Not the best uniform in sports, but definitely always a lot of flash and sizzle with USC offenses.
The sure hands, it's Whitaker. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They'll go with a direct snap. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Snap it to the back. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's 4th and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it. If you can get off the field right here, you can win this game.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Calls his own number. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. Got it. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, and the defense tackles him at the 3. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. quarterback keeper. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Trojans want to move quickly. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And a touchdown here would not have... Touchdown, Southern Cal! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the 4th quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. The snap sets up to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Whitaker. He's not going to make it. Still a 1-point game here in the 4th. They had hoped to push this edge out to a field goal. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Firing to the right, complete. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a 1st down like they did there.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. It's Hardy. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Oh, he makes the catch. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. And the offense gets... Ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll ride his man on the option. stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Well, obviously, a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Here comes the option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decisions, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
With the run on 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Touchdown, Mississippi State! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And what a job by the offense, coming up with a huge play when they absolutely had to have it the most. There are virtually seconds left on the clock right now. Big-time players making big plays in big games to close this thing out.
Can't find his man in the end zone. The 2-point attempt is no good, and they'll try to hang on to this lead in the final seconds.
Mississippi State, 27, USC, 22.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, USC.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Looks like the defense will play quarters coverage here. Timeout is called with just a single second left. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking to throw, it's Kamara. Extending the play. He'll try to do it himself. Makes the catch on the left. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. There are penalties you sort of forget about, and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect on them.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. Two ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.